Hello and welcome to the program. Stock market has been going crazy, guys. I know I haven't been around for a little while. I've been out motocrossing on the circuit, but I'm back. We have been swing trading. But let's take a look at the market. The Dow actually reached an all-time high today. And today is September 27th, 2024. The Dow went up to $42,313. WTI crude oil is all the way down to $68 a barrel. We have a low of $65 a couple months ago. We'll see if it'll double test that bottom, but it most likely will. So here we go. Here's the SPY all-time high, 574.71. The Federal Reserve cut rates by 50 basis points, was potentially expected, but then they talked about more cutting this year, which was not priced in, and the stock market went crazy. Economic data is coming in. It's not that good, but the stock market continues to go up. So there's a lot of buying with stocks with money being printed and interest rates going down. That's going to drive asset prices up. Stocks are assets, so people are going to go in and buy it. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about why the QQQ is also lagging. Okay, the Nasdaq's lagging behind the SPY. Before we get into that, we have a goal of 100 subscribers. If you could please subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate that. Smash that like button. Helps get the channel out there. I'd appreciate that. And I also want to thank all our current subscribers and hope you all had a great summer and everybody having a good, safe time too. So let's get back in. Here's the SPY. So you can see we totally ripped up here. We need a pullback. It just ran a marathon. I know it had a pullback here beginning of September. So look, this whole month's been taken off. Well, I think we're going to get another one. October could easily be a bearish month. But then again, we got that election. So let's go into the QQQ representing the Nasdaq tech. It's a big lagger. As you can see, it's sitting behind. We are getting a little higher here. Okay, there's a little bit of an increase here. A low, higher low, high, higher high. So it looks like the Nasdaq is, I think tech is going to, it's going to catch up. I know it's the AI boom. It's really got things going pretty fast on that. So we'll have to take a look and see what happens with that. Let's take a look at what they call the Magnificent Seven. Tesla. Tesla is really marching up, looking to double test 264 as resistance. As you can see, we have here a red line. It held the green line for support. Went all the way down here. But Tesla is doing good. It's coming up. Let's go look at the others. The other six. Apple. Okay, Apple's out lagging, but it's definitely made a comeback. And right now it's trying to hold this 230 range. Seems to be resistance. Microsoft. Okay, lagging back. You see we got highs are up here with the red line. But they are coming back. Maintaining a $430 price range. Google's lagging. But it does hold this green support line that we drew in the sand here a long time ago, this line. But right now it's lagging, where it's lower highs, lower lows. We're going to have to see what happens here when we look at Google. Here, see? Here's a high here, and this high here is a little lower. There's a low, and this low is lower. Okay, NVIDIA, interesting. We're into a wedge here. You see the high was back here in the middle of June. This red line, 141. So we got this yellow line coming down, and now we're starting to come up here. It's into a wedge. It broke out of that wedge. We had resistance here at about 125, 126. Went above it to about 127.70. And now it's pulled back inside the wedge. So it's going to be interesting to keep an eye on that. We actually took a swing trade on this when it sold off. I think around 107 was our entry, and we let it go at 125, which was resistance. But that worked out nice. Meta has really been marching. It's like this past week, every day was a new high. You had a high here, pull back, new high again Thursday, pull back today on Friday. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Meta. Amazon, let me make this bigger so you can see it here. They've been selling off here. It had a big sell-off here, just, middle August 5th. But nice recovery. I mean, it has really filled that gap. I always talk about gap fills 90% of the time. They always get filled. That got filled quickly within about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So we had a space here to a space here. That got filled over here. Then there was a little space here, but that got filled on the way down. So there we are, marching back up. But they're still a little bit, they're weak. They're not at their all-time highs yet, but just give them time, they'll get there. So that's Amazon. Let's take a look at some other ones here. Palantir, which is an AI. Oops, what's this? Wrong ticker. Never seen a thing look like that before. PLTR. There we go. AI software driven company. They have really taken off. Their all-time highs here, let me zoom out here, we'll put this on a weekly chart, was $45 back in January of 21. And then there seems to be a consolidation area here around 36, 37, and that's where we're at now. So this has really made a nice drive. This stock was down to $6 a couple of years ago, and now it's at $36. Imagine that's a real nice takeoff there. Let's go to Oxy for oil. We talked about the oil dropping. Let's see how that's holding up. It had, broke support. That green line's been support for a long time, for 2-3 years. Broke 56. Now we're down to 51. Interesting. I see next support here of around 40. Now there's a little bit of something here, so it could get down to a 47, but it is consolidating right now around $50. So that's interesting. I'll take a look at that. Anything else we want to look at? Silver. Silver's been taking off. People have really been buying silver. It's up to $29. That's a shame. I used to buy it and trade it when it was down to $20. And I would sell it up like around here, 23. And then I just saw other stocks and wasn't focusing on silver anymore. Other bigger movers in the markets. But silver's been pretty impressive. Anything else? Gilead. This is a biotech pharmaceutical company. And they have really been taking off. I was swing trading this between $70 and $75, maybe 77, and then it took off. I didn't expect that to take off. But they do give a dividend, which is nice as well. And Pfizer, same thing. See, Paul, there we go, PFE, Pfizer. They broke out of this downtrend they've been. They were in an uptrend. They were in a big downtrend, as you can see. Then it started going up, and now they're back down below it. They do pay like a 5.8% dividend. So this is a nice, they're holding 28.50 as a support range. Maybe even down here at 28.30. Might not be a bad entry. I might consider a little swing trade on that if we get it down. But right now it's bouncing back up. Kind of missed this entry. But they are, again, they're below this uptrend. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on it. When you look at the MACD down here, the green has crossed, death cross. So we're going to just keep an eye on that for now. We'll see what happens. So other than that, let's take a look. Anything else interesting to take? It's pretty much about it. U.S. Steel had a big sell-off. They had, they've been wanting to be purchased by a company in Japan. The news came out that it was not going to go through, and it dropped 25% in like about 2 hours. $37 all the way down to $26.97. And then it recovered really nice. So I remember watching this live as it happened. It was really surprising. It happened so fast. So that would have been a nice entry. I just sold off so fast, but that was a nice dead cat bounce for sure. I mean, right off the bottom. Other than that, the markets, again, the more bad news, economic news we get, the markets seem to go higher. And the more easy money is to get printed, the market's going to go higher. Here's the SPY again. So we're going to have to see what happens. October usually sells off, but we got the election coming up. So I don't suspect that's going to happen either. And I'll keep you guys informed. Here's AMD, by the way. What happened to AMD? AMD's still weak. They sold, look at it, they never even came close to their highs. Much lower highs. But now they're finally breaking out of this downtrend, it looks like. They got a low here, a higher low, a high, and a higher higher. So there's a slight uptrend here. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. Might present itself some opportunity, but you never know. Intel's one of the upcoming risers right now. There's a lot of news with Intel. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. So traders, we will be alert and we'll bounce on these opportunities as free, easy money is about to be pumped into the system. So for now, that's all we have. I hope you all have a great weekend. And I will get back to you guys. Thank you for watching.